Welcome guys to yet another analysis video. Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Youth Day to all my South African viewers. Without wasting any further time, let's get into it. And to all my beginner traders, please just be patient with me as I will be explaining everything I am speaking about, and I'm going to go through this very quickly because I don't want it to be very long. I want it to be straight to the point, right? So just to make you all aware, these are the currencies I'm trading, and indices my important ones, and these are just the extras for if there are opportunities available, right? But this is what currencies I trade and stick to 100% of the time. And this is the dollar index DXY, basically showing me the strength and the weakness of the dollar. So when I'm trading dollar pairs, the ones that have the dollar in them, I know which direction I should be looking to enter the market at based on what I'm seeing here. So without wasting any further time, let's get into it. So DXY, like I said, basically depending on what happens here, I'm going to implement on the other currencies. So basically, I'm a technical trader, and as a technical trader, we use trend lines and chart patterns to basically have an edge of the market, have an edge on the market. So now, and I'll explain these things as time goes forward, guys. I'm always uh, growing my strategy to make things very easier for me, you know. So I will explain this to you guys as time goes, but I will be explaining to you indirectly how I use them right now. You know, I won't go into specifics of why I do that, you know. But yeah, let's get into it. So DXY, I'm just starting here. Looking at what has been happening is that the dollar has been going down, then it went up, gained some strength, then it came down again, then it kept on going up from since it touched this bottom in '08. It's been going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, and in 2020 January, as you can see here, it touched that line from the high to the low, and it respected it. And every time it touches a trend line, it's three touches. So it's 1, 2, 3. You should either expect a change of direction. If not change of direction, it's going to respect that structure and do what it has been doing in the past. And that's what gives you an edge as a technical trader. So now based on that, right, I go inwards and I can see, okay, it rejected, then it came flying down, guys. And this is very strong momentum, very strong momentum, very strong momentum. But then something interesting happens, right? It comes retest this area of support. And when it comes, it must come retest this area of support, right? Because this is the last time it was at the bottom. This is the lowest it was, and this is the highest it was in terms of the current market. Then now it went down, kept on going down, down. But then for some odd reason, it started rejecting here instead of going fully here, right? And now this is a W formation. Let me just show you. W formation. So this now is going to be the head, the neckline, and this is basically the support, right? So these are the supports showing you that, okay, this area is a strong area, as every time price comes here, it rejects. Every time price comes here, it rejects. So this is a strong support line, and what we're basically expecting now, it's either plus. Also, guys, like I told you, this lines I'm going to explain to you, there's something called the 90% rule. So every time a market goes, as you can see also here, it came down, it touched here, right, went here, sorry for it being so untidy, came here, sorry guys, I'm using the computer mouse. It came here, went up again, came here, it went slightly up again, came here, touched again, then went here. Then after coming here, look, it went up. It couldn't break, respected. It came down again. Then it respected the area. So now we're expecting that it respected the area. We want the dollar to bounce to the upside, come and retest this neckline, and bounce back and fill 90% of this area, of this price action right here. So 90% of it must be filled up before it might do a correction, or it might be a proper momentum to the upside. So we mustn't be biased, guys. Every time we're trading, we are predicting opportunities. So they might not always be one way that the market will go, and also its probability as well. Just because it is like this, and the pattern that the W like that I just showed you guys may present itself like that, but it doesn't mean all the time it will, after doing this, come to the neckline and break through the neckline, come retest and go to the upside. It just might be here, do a slightly, go up and come back down to this area that we just showed you here. Let me just show you guys to this area here, right? It might come and hit this area right here. Then from there, depending on the price action, it could respect it like it did here and go to the upside and make a bigger W. This could be a bigger W, you see. Then comes here, then it might go up there, you see. It comes from here, then here, then here, then here. That's what we could be expecting. So now we go to the current market. Now we go down to see what's happening in the current market, probably like for the last month or 2 months, what has been happening, because we don't want to be so far ahead of the market that we miss out on the small opportunities, and also we don't want to be behind the market whereby now we're also missing out on opportunities as well. So we want to be in the current time as the market. And as we come to the current market, and this is the daily, you can see that, you see, like I told you guys, you put this line, it will come here, go up, it will touch, it will go up, and it will touch, go through, do this, and fill 90%, if not 100%. You know what I'm saying? So this makes it easier for you to identify sellers, and this one here makes it easier for you to identify buys, right? So now I've set this horizontal lines to show me where the market is strong, like the strong supports and resistance. So this would be a strong resistance, this would be a strong resistance, and obviously that would be a strong resistance. And don't forget, these are resistance within those bigger resistance and support that I showed you guys on the monthly, right? And now that we see this, so we basically know that the market has been coming down, and it looks like now it's going up. And I'm going to do this, going to draw a trend line like this, and I'm also going to draw a trend line here as well. Right. So like I said, it's either it's going to go up, fill up this, or it might just do a correction and come to the, it might just do a correction and come to the downside. So we must always think that 2 ways it could go. Now let's go to the fourth, and let me fix this for you guys. Fix this. So now I'm going to do that. Right. I'm gonna update it to the current market. So now, as you can see, when we go to the smaller time frame, I'm going to do the same exact thing I did on the bigger one. I'm gonna put this here because I see that it's a strong one here. I'm going to put it here as well. As you can see, It's been rejected multiple times, and I'm gonna put it here as well. So with that in mind, right, it has touched here. It's touched its first touch on the resistance, second touch on the support is the first touch, it's the second touch. So now what we're waiting here is for this to either go up, shoot up, have a third touch, make a false breakout, come back to this side, then break out, then retest, then go to the downside, or we go up and break through here, then we go here, we go up there. So now we're trying to look for the trades to get in, right? So now I wouldn't say this is a safe place to enter. This wouldn't be a great trade. I wouldn't take this trade because let's see. I'm risking too much. It would be too much of a risk for me, right? It would be too much of a risk. So now we go to the 1 hour. We're trying to understand where the market is going. All right. So the market went up, went down, and now it's doing it's going down again here. So now when it's doing that, we're going to have to wait for it to do something like this, then go back up. So now you remember we put that line even on the minor ones, we put it, then it's gonna try filling this, going to the top. So what I will do is we're going to wait and put it here, then put it below this, right guys? We put it below this lows by a couple of pips. You see now it's 80 pips, right? So I could expect to hold this for a while, and you see now until it is 1/3 risk to reward. So but let's try taking it until here, right? So now this is going to be, we'll put it as a buy stop, and I will be triggered into the trade if it goes to the downside, to the upside I meant to say, yeah. So we'll be triggered if it goes to the upside, and if it doesn't, then we'll still be safe, guys, you know. And when it comes to selling, I'm not looking for selling the dollar as yet. So I'm looking at the dollar gaining strength for a while, maybe until it hits the top here, based on the fact that it hit, you know, one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch. So we're waiting for the third touch, and when we get a third touch, it just might go to the bottom. And this is a correction as well, as you can see. So it might end up hitting here and end up going to the downside to touch this level I spoke about here. Sorry, this one here at the bottom here that was respected multiple times. So it might come down here. And for me to be able to start thinking of that, I'd honestly have to wait for something like, I don't know. I wouldn't trade. I would wait for it to come hit here. Then once it hits here, right? Once it hits here, I would wait for something like this. Then take it either here or enter here and go with it like to the downside. So now with that in mind, I'm going to go to GBPUSD, EURUSD, USDJPY with the same mindset of I'm looking for buy trades, right? So now let's go to GBPUSD. When I start with the monthly, yeah, so now like I said guys, we start at the top, put the high, then go to the low, and from the highest to the lowest, trying to capture. All right, then let's do this. Let's do this. Yep. All right. So now I can see that the market, it's been going down, went up, it hit there, it went down, and for its third touch, it broke through. And looking at what's happening here is this area has been respected, and also here it seems like it's being respected. And this is a long candlestick, so we just might, this might be to the top, so this might end up coming and filling in this candlestick and being the same size if we are correct about this being a strong rejection area and it going to the downside. So like I said, guys, we're looking for a strong US dollar, right? Looking for a strong US dollar. So now we have to go to the current market to see what's happening in the current market. We go to the weekly. When we get to the weekly, we see that, okay, it's been rejected, got rejected, came down again for correction, then it went up and it got rejected again. So now this gives me confidence that, okay, it might really be going to the downside. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, do something like this. To even make you have a better view, do something like this. So as you can see, it went, came down, went, touched that place, came down, went and touched it again, came down. So now, like I said, guys, don't forget, this could be a head and shoulders. You see, a head and shoulder. This could be the left, then it's coming down. This could be the head, it comes down, then it goes up again. Then this would be like a retest. Then this is where we would enter. We would enter here and take it to the downside until it fills up this area here, probably 90% most of the time, because it may not go 100%. So with that based in mind, right, I'm gonna go to the daily, looking for sell positions. Daily, I'm looking at this. I even fixed this. Sorry about that. We fixed that. And now you can see the chart properly. So now with the chart looking like this, I'm waiting for it to come touch here, So at this point I wouldn't do anything. All I would have to do is do this, make sure I highlight this area here, and I highlight it very well. And after highlighting it, all I know is I'm going to do this. All I'm waiting is for, like I said, guys, touched here, came down, it did this, expecting it to go down, up a bit to retest. Then this would be the right of the shoulder, then take it down. So it's either I'm going to sell when it breaks out, when it breaks out, or I'm going to wait when it retests and it's even going to make better, and I can use less pips. But obviously we don't use our daily to enter a trade, so we go to the smaller time frames, looking for a sell because we're expecting a strong dollar. So now we're in the current market right now, and when you look at the current market, it's like it's been in consolidation. Consolidation. But then here, luckily, it has touched this area here. So like I said, what we'll wait for, we need to be patient, guys. What we'll wait for is a breakthrough. See if I get a breakthrough through this area, or it touches this area, respects it, and goes to the upside. So now I'm just waiting for me to make sure that when I come back, I need to make sure that it is below this line here. See if I can on my true call on my color app. Let me show you. Let me tell you guys the app, what it's called. This app, it is called call level. Yeah, call levels. I'm going to set it to around let's just say 1,441. So I'm gonna set it there and say that if it passes, thank you, this level here, I'm going to start looking for sells to the downside until until like 90% of it is filled. So basically now, because I know this here is the resistance, if you're a person who holds trades for a long time, what you can do is do what I just did here. You enter and then you give it you leave a couple of pips above this area here, and this is a safe risk entry because you know that this is the highest it's been. So if you put it here, the odds of it finding new areas are very slim based on the past actions. So now you believe that, okay, it did a false breakout and it didn't go up, so I know it's going to do the same thing as it did. Then it will come down here, then we'll wait for it to break through, retest, and that's when we can get in again. And it will even help you with making this even a bit smaller. Instead of having 200 pips, you can have probably like around 50, 30, or 60. So that's pretty much great. So with GU, from what we observing, is that we're expecting it to come here, and when it comes here, we can start now looking for start making strong decisions right now and seeing where we can take it. But as you can see, guys, it's just been going, it's been in consolidation, but it's also coming down. Like it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. So now we just need to wait. So now EURUSD, you go to the monthly Euro and GBPUSD and EURUSD, they move the same, but since Brexit, there's just been a delay because you understand now they're no longer part of the union, so they have their own rules going on. So yeah, we're gonna do this, and we're also not gonna try forcing, guys. All I wanted was to just catch a couple of them, but we're not going to force the touches, because I was going to put it here, but this doesn't show me anything, man. It just got here, but if I put it here, even better, there is this touching here and this touching here as well. So with knowing that, we're going to look at the current market, and we're going to do what I do, which is this and this. And being realistic, I don't think it's necessary to put it here as well, but I will put it here. Yep, right. So now looking at the current price, right, what's happening here? We're seeing a W formation going up, hit, and we're going up, then it might come back down to test this area here, or break through, retest, continue to the downside. And in a higher time frame, this could look like a false breakout. This could be a false breakout. Well, we are on the higher time frame, sorry about that, but it looks like a breakout. But because it's been on such a down momentum for a while, where we're looking for confirmations, and confirmations will find them at the lower time frame. So now what we're going to do is go to the lower time frame and look what's happening in the lower time frame. We're having a W formation. Well, this is an M right now. It went up, down, up, and now it looks like it wants to come back down here. And what's fascinating is look what happened here, guys. We went up, retested this area here, then it proceeded to go up. So now when I look at it from this perspective, it looks like this is a head and shoulders. So now this is the right shoulder. So this gives me the confidence that it is a sell, right? So now what I would do is I'll probably put it here. And now, because like I told you guys, I know how high it can go, right? I know how high it can go, but also we're going to look at the current market. This is the highest it's been in the current market. This is May. This is May, guys, 24th of May 2021. So what I'll do is I'll put it a few pips above, above here. Then I'll take this and take it here, making this my first take profit. And also I'll even take it up a notch until here, until I have it until down here. So I can take sells and sells and sells and sells as the weeks go by and buy it here. Then now we're gonna go to the lower time frame, right, to look for better entries, right? So now when I look at this, what I'm seeing here is this going up, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're in a down trend. So now looking at that, it has touched here 3 times and here 2 times. It could be going, this could be a correction to try hitting this here and then coming to the downside, or it might not do that. It might just turn around somewhere here and go to the downside. So now, because we already put this here, we have an idea of where we would like to enter the trade, right? Let me just take this away. Enter the trade. Now we go to the 4 hour. So now that I view it like this, now don't forget this is a support, a strong support of the current market. We're gonna do this. Then I'm gonna from the lowest, and I'm gonna try to take it to top. So you see now what I'm expecting, because this level here, it's been a strong level from the get-go, from the past, since it came. Sorry about that. As you can see here, it's been acting as a strong support, right? So what we expecting out of this is the same as the past. In the past, what has happened when it has came here? It comes here, it goes up, it broke through, false breakout, went back up, came back, shot back up. So now that it has come at this level here, and what happened when it got to this level here? It respected that level, it respected it, and now it wants to go back down. So that gives me a guarantee. So now what I'll do is this. What I'll be doing basically, now that I see that, okay, I want to sell, I'm going to come here. I'm going to come to this level here. I would have entered here basically, yes. This would have been already an entry, and we put it here for, let's say, 30 pips. 30 pips. Then we go down with it 3 to 1. Let's have it 3 to 1, not to be greedy. So this would be my first take profit. And also, if you're too skeptical to enter this would be a safe trade, because you know that, okay, around here I can go out. Instead of coming here, when you come here, then you're going to probably use 50 pips, try 60. Let's go 60. Then you're like, okay, I'll give it breathing space. Then it's 3 to 1. So this would be another way of entering this trade, you know. But the problem with this one is it might come and respect this area, right? Go up, down, and come back again and extend its correction, you know. So now you're at a disadvantage because this is a lot of pips. So this would have been safer to get into, but it's still a good trade nevertheless. But this would be a high risk trade, but because you have good risk to reward, it's still a good trade at the end of the day. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll wait for us to be triggered when it does reach that area whereby it will trigger us in within the market. So we're gonna get in to here, since you guys, by the time you see this move might have happened already, right? But like I said, guys, the market might not go our way. This might just shoot up for whatever reason. But looking at the technicals, we have a guarantee 100%. Well, not a guarantee, we have a bias that is giving us reasons to really believe that this will go down. Plus, this is beautiful, man. This is so beautiful. This. Showing us that, yeah, it is correcting, but it is correcting, you know. So this gives us, every time the market does this, go up, come here, then we'll go up, then come back down, you know. So because of that, it gives us a greater bias for us to be confident and taking this trade and going with it to the downside. So that's it for Euro USD. That's it for Euro USD. So now we're gonna go to USDJPY. And don't forget, GBPUSD, we are what? We are looking for sells. Let me do the same here. Come here. Do that. Take it from the highest to the lowest. To the lowest. Also, if you want just to be like extra like cautious, you can do this too. Do this too. All right, this will help also with like sniper entries for you to be able to get in a trade before it initially moves with momentum, right? So now we're going to do this current market. We're looking for current market, what's happening in the current market. And as you can see, it has touched this level here. This is the second touch, right? After it has touched the high, this is the second touch. And what happens, from what we know, when it touches that high, it goes down. So when we look here, it respected it, and we look here, it respected it, and now it's heading down. So what I'm going to do also now at the current, I'm going to draw this, and I would love to see if I can find a nice place I can draw this. Is also now we'll just draw it from here and draw this here. We do not force, guys, we do not force, you know. But if it looks clear like this is very clear. Honestly, this is very clear. So it shows that I am not forcing the touches, right? So we're looking at a strong USD. So Since here it's been going up, came down, going up, came down, went up, came down, went up, then came down a bit with momentum. So now let's go to the monthly to see, to the weekly to see a proper story, right? So now we're in this area here. I love this pattern right here. I love this pattern right here. I love it. So when you see patterns like this is great. It's becoming thinner and thinner and thinner, and look where it is. It's near the resistance. This resistance here, the resistance. So this is the first touch, and this is the second touch. This is the first touch, this is the second touch, right? So now what can happen here is that, like I said, there's two ways of this that it can go. So it's gonna, and we'll go to the lower time frame, right, to make sure about this. It's gonna go hit there, hit there, hit there, and then come to the downside, or it'll phew, phew, and go up. Sorry for the sounds. Come down and go up to the upside to give us a third touch. And maybe after the third touch, we might see it going back down. So to justify a move, we go to a lower time frame. We look here. All right, it's even looking very sexy. Do this, do that, and yes, you see it's becoming thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, and what we're expecting is a completion of this. I'll show you now. M, this is gonna be an M, then we want it to and come back here, right? And hopefully when it comes back here, it can either go back up and complete what do you call it, this M for me, this show head and shoulders, then it will come back, do testing again, its little test, then proceed to go to the upside and break through, you know. So those are what we are expecting the possibilities to be. But what we would love is for this to continue to go to the upside and break through, because we saw a potential of a stronger dollar. And this move that we missed right here, look what's happening. It's being filled. You see, it's being filled, it's being filled, it's being filled. So hopefully it will go to the upside. So me, what I'm waiting for now is we'll wait for this structure here to be broken through, retest this, and going up. And this is where I will take my trade, a safe trade. And I'll show you something cool now, guys. Show you something cool. Daily, let's go to daily. Show you something cool. We'll take it till here, right here. And you know what's funny? Look where it's going. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. It's going to hit this area here for the third touch. You see? For the third touch. So if it does hit it for the third touch, that'll be great. Then we could expect the dollar to lose maybe a bit of momentum to the downside. So what we're hoping is basically this must be broken, must break through the market structure here and break through there. And if it doesn't break through there, we're basically going to be peacefully waiting for the structure to probably come here. Maybe it'll go up again, come down again, and then break through, because it'll be, it's the first touch, so it'll be in the second one, and it'll be the third one. Either here, then it breaks through, retest here, then fills up 90%, or it does that and retest here, then we enter either here or here, knowing that, okay, this is head and shoulders. You see what I'm saying? Could be the head and shoulders. So with that possibilities, you would put it here and put it here, but actually no, I would put it here. Yes, I'll put it here and just wait, because at this point I'm just predicting. Honestly, I'm just predicting, right? I'm just predicting. And if it does come out of here, just to make it better for me, I'll put it here as well until here, until right here. So now I know I'm prepared for, you know, it coming to the downside. But also what's great is, because now I know that I want to buy as well, so I'm going to take that away. That's a foul. This, because it has touched at the top, it has touched a couple of times, I might expect it to come here, have a touch, and I'll buy and go with it to the top to make more touches, to make more touches, right? So now, as you can see, it's 3 touches already. So on the 4th one, we should be expecting something different. You know, we should be expecting something different. So I could also come here, because I know that we're expecting a strong dollar. Can enter here. What a good risk to reward, but I don't think, maybe 30 or 25. Then yeah, then take it back to the top with a 3-to-1 good risk to reward ratio, which would be great as well. You see, guys, how many opportunities one can get of the forex market, because we mustn't be biased, guys. When we're looking at these things, we shouldn't be biased. We should expect anything from the market to happen. Honestly speaking, anything can happen at any given time. But because I'm a technical trader, my technicals, doesn't matter if the news get in and, you know, it shows red, it doesn't go the way I'm expecting it to be, but I know that it's going to correct itself in a long run, but the structure won't be as clear, in terms of as obvious, like as it might be the same structure like this, but maybe it might be extended, you know, it might be in such a way. So just to make things simple now, you know, I don't wanna, because it's been a long time, guys. It's been a really long time analyzing the markets in a way whereby I'm explaining it to somebody. Okay, so now I do that, come here. With the indices, I don't really go too far. In terms of the monthly. I keep it close, because the only time you could probably predict it on the monthly basis was not, I don't even think even here, but then yeah, you could have done it from here. But I prefer with this one weekly. Then I go to the daily, and looking at the structure here, it's just been consolidating as well, man. Like, just honestly looking at it, it's been consolidating, false breakouts, you know. See, it's just been consolidating. Honestly, it's just been here, goes up, comes down, comes here, comes down, goes up, come down. So honestly, for me, guys, I got beat by US30 the past week. And it seems like it's weak, guys. Like it's honestly weak. But when I get here, current market as always. And with this one, we don't have to do the what I showed you from like the highest until the, I don't do it that way with indices. I keep it very, very, very easy, I would say, because it's not a lot of things that are complicated, but the knowledge is still the same. I still implement it the same way. It's just that on this one, I implement it differently. So on US30, I'm looking for buys. I always look for buys for it to break into new highs. So since it's been doing this, you see, I can do it now. Okay. You see, I was talking nonsense. So now I could do it again. I received one touch, second touch, third touch. So now that I know, okay, I'm on my third touch and it's on a support. It's on a support, which in the past it shows that, okay, it's been strong. It's been strong. Let's even take it further. Let's take it further. It's been strong, guys. Like, yo, take it even further. As you can see, it's been strong. Even when it was resistance, it was respect. It came down, respect. Then it got broken through. Then back. Then it respect. Look here, it shows that it is a valid structure. But now you have to come to the current market, and we still approve that it's a solid structure. So here I'm waiting on it to come back down and be on the same level as this one here. Then it's either I'm going to expect a buy, which I'm going to put here, which also it's nice. This is a risk-free trade because I know how much I am risking, like probably this when it comes here, it might wick as well. Then I'll be able to put, like, you see, like here, right? I would have been able to enter here and leave a bit of space here. You see how much space I've left here below the wick. So you must leave some sort of space when the wick is like this, because it just might do the same thing, right? And if you had to put it here on the wick, it might do the same thing, hit your wick. Then after hitting your wick, the direction goes your way, right? So with that being said, I would wait for it to come here and enter here. And also, if this is really a strong a support, we should be expecting it to enter here and probably having something like this and taking this to the top. So instead of us waiting for it to come here and create a double bottom, right, we are going to, this is a swing, and as it swings, it will break us through and we enter here. And if you don't want to enter like that, because of whatever reasons you might have, you can enter here. But the problem with this, it's a risk trade. It's a high risk trade, because now you could end up coming down and completing the double bottom and taking you out of the market after initially putting you in, activating you in, and it might go until here, and look how many pips it is. Instead of you being able to wait and be like, okay, I'll wait here and then I'll sacrifice around 70 pips. And once you see confirmation of like a bit of a bullish candlestick going above this candlestick here, and then you get a second one for confirmation, it just makes it even much easier for you. Plus, look at the longest wick here. Look at this wick here and look at this wick here. So the odds of you finding another wick that goes below this are very, very much so slim once you've seen your confirmations, you know. So it could go both ways, man. So if it doesn't do that, like it doesn't go for a buy, we're definitely going to be looking for sells. And with the sell, I'm expecting it to move how it's been moving like this, because it's been making, you know, higher lows, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So if it does end up making, you know, passing this lower highs and making higher highs, that would be great for us to go to the upside. But then if it breaks through here, I mean here, yeah, breaks through, then corrects, then goes down probably until here. But I highly doubt. I don't know why, you know, but I highly doubt, because looking at the past, like the US30, this moves like they hardly happen, because most of the time it's always going up. Like the best example I can show you of like structure going in between a support, like a huge support like this, it's been a while. Like look at here. As much as it was doing the same things, as similar in terms of like price movement, it wasn't stacking around the area. Like it wasn't around the area. This, it's around the area. It went up, it stuck around the area. This was in the area, broke through, became into a new area, came, went down, broke out of that area. So there's not many times. It's only here, you see, like here, to show you that it doesn't happen many times whereby it chills around the same area for a long time, you know. So we're waiting for that new highs, man. We're really waiting for new highs. So hopefully it doesn't come here. Hopefully it doesn't come here. But if we have to sell, I'm definitely waiting for this to happen, to get a lower low and then enter here with a, you know, something like that, then take it to the downside. Take it to the downside. Take it to the downside. But also, this one's, it's way better to trade them on the lower time frame than the higher time frame, because you will see more opportunities for you, you know. But I'm not comfortable with like the 30 minutes and 15 minutes as yet, so I prefer the 1 hour or the 4 hour, right? But sometimes you'll just need to go to the 15 minutes to get a sniper entry in. So yeah, guys, apologies for going fast. If I went fast, um I will be more slower next time, and more fluent. But I hope you guys are able to see how I analyze and how I go about it. And also the market has just been choppy recently, you know. It hasn't been moving in the way that I would love it to move. But then, you know, one of the best traders in the world, they're able to trade in any market condition, because you have to adapt to the market, because the market won't always be the same. So we're learning how to adapt, you know. So yeah, man, that's the end.